Hello, Internet. ASAP Grim here, and welcome to the channel. This is going to cover my Ogryn in the new Nightmares and Visions expansion pack that released today for Darktide. For those of you following my Red Dead Redemption 2 video, as you heard in the last video, I'm pretty busy this week, and so it's very likely that this video is going to cover my Wednesday release. So just a heads up there. For the rest of you that are listening, I am not into wasting people's time, so I want to let you know I am new. I am a new player to this game. I've been playing for about a month. I have a level 30 Ogryn. I've not progressed past the I forgot what it's even called, the level 3 mission category. I tried to run on level 4 prior to the Ogryn rework, and just kind of got really kind of taken apart, to be honest. I'm not part of any kind of a guild or group or anything like that. I don't play with friends, so everything is pug. But this is supposed to be sort of a new player perspective on the new rework for the Ogryn talent trees. So I'm going to take you through. In other words, it's not an expert view. If you want expert, check out Hank on YouTube. Just put in like Hank Ogryn or Hank Darktide, and you should be able to find him. He's one of the go-to people, as I understand it. This is more if you just have no idea what to do and you haven't been able to find very much on YouTube. I'm going to offer you something, right? And then we're going to go in and we're going to play test it a little bit. Now, we're actually going to literally be play testing it because I tweaked it a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring up what's this place called? Games Lantern Talent Tree. And we will go through this kind of point by point, okay? So this is the new Ogryn Talent Tree, highlighted really by not just rework talents, but better connectivity to different things so that you're not forced to go down certain lines to get a certain talent nearly as much as you used to be. And then the specializations, where it really branches into the three different specializations, all take place down at the bottom of the tree, starting right on this line. So this interconnectivity is really good. I have a feeling that once this thing gets fleshed out, the best builds are probably going to be hybrid builds that dip into multiple trees. But for me, what I have done is, you know what? I actually just made a live change. I'm not taking this. I'm taking this instead. Okay, so let's talk about it. Remember, I'm playing on level 3. For those of you that are going higher level, I can tell you right off the bat, this right here, plus 50% coherency, toughness, regeneration, in addition to this one here, plus 50% coherency radius, maybe makes sense to me. I actually might be thinking backwards on that, because the higher up you go in skill level, the more people know to stay together. But what I don't like about this talent is that this is one of the rare instances that you would have to go through something useless. I am not a gun Ogryn. I like playing a tank Ogryn, and that's really all I like playing. I could dabble in the melee area, but I really like tank Ogryn. I never go into the gun tree, so taking steady grip is somewhat useless for me. So I gave this up, and I gave linchpin up. I'm not really sure how wise that is. Obviously, by giving linchpin up, I also am giving up Furious, which, to be honest, before in my previous build where I did use linchpin, I didn't take this either. You just feel like you don't have enough points. So what I did instead was, this was in favor of grabbing both heavyweight. I think this is a must-have. 30% damage against bulwarks, crushers, plague ogryns, and reapers. Also receive plus 30% damage reduction against the same. I think no matter what level you're playing at, you're going to want to have this as an Ogryn. And then right here, difficulty level kind of made me think about this a little bit. I initially was just grabbing the best defense, replenish 5% toughness after hitting multiple enemies with a single melee attack. This is increased to 15% on a heavy melee attack. I play with a shield, and I do a lot of heavy melee attacks. And I was coupling it with this one here, plus 50% coherency, toughness, regeneration. But I think the higher in difficulty level you go, the more you're also going to want to pair this one with this one. Replenish 5% toughness after hitting a single enemy. So this is like when you're hitting your hard-hitting enemies, your boss enemies, where you have also popped your ability here, Loyal Protector, and everything is focused on you, and you're hitting one enemy, you're going to want to get that toughness regeneration, I think. At level 3, I don't necessarily need it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take it just to get used to it. So, smash them, replenish 5% toughness after hitting a single enemy with a melee attack, and increase to 15% toughness if it is a heavy attack. This is one of the major changes, actually. You can see it in the wording, that this new Ogryn talent tree builds. If you haven't heard already, then I'll give you 2 bits of information here. The first thing that I just now was speaking about is that you don't have to use just heavy hits. You can now build Ogryns, and from what I hear, the Cleaver is really good with a fast attack build. And that's why these things read the way that they do. It's 5% with just any kind of a melee attack, light attacks included. And then that's increased to 15% if you use a heavy attack. I still do heavy attacks with my shield, but these two, I think, probably pair together quite well, especially as you start to scale and difficulty, where stuff dies slower and takes multiple hits. And then we're going to get our, I think Hank calls these nodes and these talents, but plus 25% toughness. Now from here, I actually want to experiment with Big Friendly Rock pretty badly, but from what I have heard, most people seem to be really favoring this one and its upgrade. Throw a box, this is bombs away. Throw a box of grenades with great strength and enthusiasm to deal high damage to a single enemy. Hitting an enemy causes the box to break open, releasing 6 grenades around the target. This is an augmented version of Big Box of Hurt, and then you can upgrade that with another plus 3 grenades released. So instead of 6, you're at 9 now. Also, I notice, oh, never mind. And so this is where your first major change, I think, in the tree happens. You can take any of these blitzes, and it all of them lead to the same focal point right here. So they don't commit you to any path. This frees you up to take whatever you want. Then we get down here to plus 10% toughness damage reduction. And we move into the next segment of the build or the tree. I take both soften them up and payback time. I think an argument could be made. In fact, my very first build, I just went with payback time. My logic was whenever I think this is better than this, because this doesn't tell me enemies damaged by your melee attacks take 15% more damage from all sources. It instead seems to indicate it's only coming from me. Well, if that's the case, I would rather have this, because I might kill an enemy with one shot. If I do, this bonus goes away instantly, because it would only affect the enemy that I just hit, right? Enemies damaged by your melee attacks take 15% more damage for 5 seconds. Now, maybe that is coming from all sources. I don't know. But it doesn't say it, whereas in other places it does, in other talents. This one here, though, plus 15% damage for 5 seconds after a successful dodge or being hit by an attack. And I figure we're getting hit all the time. So this, if I get hit by an enemy, I get that 15% damage for 5 seconds regardless of whether I kill it or not. But, and me doing this all over again, I have decided to take both of these talents. And then I take Can't Hit Me Again, plus 20% damage resistance versus ranged for 2.5 seconds after getting hit by a ranged attack for full strength. So once you get hit by that first bullet for full strength, all the subsequent bullets for 4 seconds, or for, 2.5 seconds will be reduced by 20%. Now, I'm assuming that's going to stack with things that you have loaded on. I forget what they're called, guys. I'm a World of Warcraft player, so I call them trinkets. Idols, maybe. I don't remember. But you can... I think it'll stack. So I took that one, and then I took this one here, pumped up, plus 15% damage resistance while above 75% stamina. At level 3, I'm above 75% stamina. Oh, you know what? That's stamina, not toughness. Oh, you're almost always above 75% stamina. And there's some talents I take later, I believe, that increase my stamina regen also. This seems strong to me. Now, I don't have much experience at higher levels, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Good chance that I don't. But that seems strong to me. Then we're going to take plus 5% damage, toughness, damage reduction, and plus 15 toughness. We're going to take Loyal Protector. Taunt enemies within 12 meters, making them attack only you for 15 seconds. The effect repeats after 3 seconds and after 6 seconds. Now, I believe it is Hank that informed me that when you initially taunt with this sucker, it's going to also stagger all the enemies around you within 12 meters. The secondary ripple effects, like the ripples off of an earthquake, they do not stagger. They will only repeat the taunt effect. But apparently it also, if you have new enemies showing up in that time, it'll apply to those new enemies. And same thing with its add-ons here. No Pain, Loyal Protector, and its repeats replenish 10% toughness and an additional 0.5% each 1 second per enemy affected, up to 10% for 3 seconds. So that looks like it could be a maximum of 20%. Of toughness replenishment for 3 seconds. And then right here, enemies affected by Loyal Protector take plus 25% base damage from all sources. Now this is where Hank was describing it's not multiplicative. So let's say you pop Loyal Protector and you have 5 enemies around you. All 5 of them, if you have this ability also, are now going to additionally take plus 25% base damage from all sources. Then Loyal Protector kicks off its second ripple 3 seconds later, and 10 more enemies have shown up. Those initial 5 enemies, the ones that are still alive, are not going to take now plus 50% base damage. They will just keep that plus 25%, but the 10 new enemies will now also receive the plus 25% base damage from all sources debuff. Okay, next, Slam. I remember thinking this wasn't such a great talent in the old tree, but now if you're coming down the center line, you have to take it. I don't know. Plus 25% impact bonus. I don't even honestly really know what that is. I have a feeling it has to do with how hard you hit large enemies. Maybe it has to do with staggering. Plus 25% impact bonus on melee attacks. Staggering an enemy with a melee attack replenishes 5% stamina. So see, there's one of those stamina replenishment things that I was telling you about that will help with this. Plus 15% damage resistance while above 75% stamina. So it only has a 1 second cooldown. So I don't know. That sounds pretty good to me. From here, I branched over to the offensive-based melee power side of the tree to grab Strike True, which I'm not terribly excited about. Plus 10% melee weak spot strength. Oh, you know what? I think Hank was explaining this. I do not remember what he said. I'll have to go check it out. It may sound like it was actually pretty good. But the thing I'm actually after is right here. Batter. Inflict plus 2 stacks of bleed on, you might as well say, light melee hit. Increased to plus 4 stacks on a heavy melee hit. I would like to have this one plus 5% rending, but I didn't have the talent points to spare. So it's a tight fit. Then we get over here. Let's see, slam, brutish strength, 4 stacks of brittleness on push. This is reducing armor value on your heavier enemies. I don't know what to call them, guys. The ones that have carapace armor. And this one here, stay close. Plus 15% toughness replenishment for you and allies and coherency. Plus 15% toughness replenishment. Huh. So is that making this 65%? Does it stack with this? It seems like it would. I don't know if I'm reading that right or not, but I went ahead and gave this up, so I won't be able to tell. Then we get a toughness boost of plus 25 toughness, and then it's just straight down the left side and fill out the entire keystone tree. So I took Attention Seeker, blocking or pushing enemies taunts them for 8 seconds. Your pushes have 250% stagger, or plus 250%, and it triggers every 8 seconds. Hard knocks, enemies staggered by your melee attacks take plus 15% more melee damage for 5 seconds. Enemies staggered by your melee attacks take plus 15% more melee damage for 5 seconds. So staggering is really good. Plus 2.5% up to, what is that, 12.5%, I think. Strength on damage taken by you or allies and coherency. Okay, so anytime you or allies take damage, you get 2.5% strength, and it stacks 5 times. It lasts for 10 seconds. And plus 15% toughness damage reduction on max stacks. So that's an addition. So you would have plus 12.5% strength. And if I'm doing my math right there, I don't feel like taking time. And then on top of that, at max stacks, you're going to get plus 15% toughness damage reduction. That seems, yeah, that's good. Feel no pain. You are blessed with 10 stacks of Feel No Pain. Each stack grants plus 2.5% toughness replenishment and plus 2.5% damage reduction. So this just happens naturally, right? 10 stacks. Taking damage removes 1 stack, and stacks are restored for every 3 seconds, passively. Every 3 seconds you get a stack restored. But we can plus that up. Pushing enemies, in addition to causing stagger, and stagger doing some nice things for you, restores 1 stack of Feel No Pain. There doesn't seem to be a cooldown on it, so you just spam it. But if you fall to 5 stacks or below, you push back enemies and replenish plus 50% toughness. This effect can occur once every 30 seconds. Well, I think that's pretty nice. Feel No Pain, and then you got toughest. Feel No Pain grants 2.5% toughness replenishment per stack. So that's 25. That's plus 25% toughness replenishment when you're at max stacks. Okay, so that's what I got. Let's block that out, and we will go end game and hit start. I just turned my overhead vent on to kind of suck some of the heat out of this air, so if you hear any noise, that's what it is. But it does, I got a good one. It's pretty quiet, so I don't think you'll even be able to hear it.
Tell me, what penances have you undertaken lately?
Alright, looks like I'm good to go.
We are the righteous, you and the...
Now I'm working on my kickback. I'm getting really close to having this maxed out. Hey, let me know in the comments if you don't mind. Did I spec this right? I went with the 60% mobility and maximum on everything else. I don't know if I did that right or not. But we're not going to use this. These are the things I was talking about, curios, trinkets. So give me any feedback that you want to. I am a new player. This is what I've been able to learn from the internet. We're going to swap this out for my Grenadier Gauntlet just because it's maxed. Again, I don't know if I put the right stuff on these things, but I took 25% against flak armored enemies, plus 25% against maniacs. I just grabbed a couple blessings that sounded good. I'm pretty sure about Glory Hunter, plus 35% toughness on elite kill. That's what I use this thing for the most. Plus 8% strength every 0.4 seconds while aiming, stacking up to 5 times. And it discharges all stacks upon firing. That's simply because I didn't really know what else to take. And I thought I remembered seeing this listed somewhere as being pretty good. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. But we're going to equip this on my shield. 25% to unarmored, 25% to flak. Opportunist plus 25% rending versus staggered enemies. Now that used to be something else. I don't remember what it was. I had that at something else because the internet was telling me it was pretty good. But I switched it to Opportunist after watching another person's video and thinking this applies to me more often because I do tend to stagger. Oh yeah, that was the other piece of information I forgot to tell you guys. Part of this Ogryn rework, if you dodge, nearby enemies are staggered. So you can't really, it has very rapidly diminishing returns, so you don't want to spam it. It's non-effective being spammed. But it gives you, it's kind of like a get out of jail free card. If you get caught in a pack, you can get out of it by doing that. And you can use it just to get things staggered also, because staggering does stuff for you, as you saw in the talent tree. Skull Crusher is the other one I took. That seems like a must-have for shield. Target receives 4 stacks of plus 10% damage if already staggered. Lasts 5 seconds. Alright, so this one I've got 60% on the cleave damage. That comes based off of, I don't think it was Hank. It's one of the guys that runs with Hank and helps to put the Ogrynomicon page together. He knows a lot. I can't think of his name right now, or I'd give him a shout out. But he said that he gave his reasoning for why cleave damage isn't important for the slab shield. I think it has to do with the fact that you're just bleeding things so much and you one-shot a lot of things that he felt like the other things were more important. So here's my talents, and you can see I have done just like what I showed you. Moving down the left side here, grabbing no hurting friends, filling out here. Okay. Let's go ahead and sign up for a mission. I'll show you how it works out. Again, new player perspective. I can't evaluate this stuff at a pro level, but it looked to me like there wasn't a whole ton of information on the internet for it, and I want to put something out there more or less for the community to at least get some ideas. Hopefully I can make a positive contribution in that. This is new. They didn't used to show this.
Security's tighter than ever, but if you can get your hands on the cipher idents, that won't be a problem. Once you reach the array, get the data uploaded. But watch yourselves, there'll be heavy resistance.
I kind of prefer just the static view of all 4 teammates, but I could see. I think they should quicken up that pan if they're going to do it that way. Okay, I'm going to switch to this and I can sprint a little bit better.
Reminds me of home.
We need the cipher idents. You can usually find those in the bazaar. Get going.
Proceed to Ragtown.
They just got quiet.
Now watch my toughness.
No more thrugging, Major.
how slow it goes down and how fast it can build back up. It's at level 3, it's pretty amazing. I can't speak for higher levels.
Catch the rager.
Where's he at? I can hear him. Got him. Let's catch up. Whoa!
Get back! Exploding barrel! Dead rate! Jumps all over the place!
I haven't slammed anybody yet. Like, shield bashed them.
No more danger!
Hurt a net guy. Okay, got him. Need to get this guy up. Where's he at? I haven't really had to pop my special ability yet. I'm thinking I need to be spamming that more often than I do, but I usually try to save it for big bosses. And I'm suspicious that I'm not using it enough, you know.
Intelligence couldn't save me from betrayal, Ogryn.
Try not to linger in Ragtown. It's dangerous at the best of times.
I'm just knocking guys down for my teammates.
It meant.
Probably now. Dreams are dreams, you can't take.
That's a heck of it. That was a nice hit. Okay. Go ahead and swap out. What next? Proceed to Ragtown. Try to, as an Ogryn, I try to keep to the side so I don't block my teammates. From what I understand, I think I'm supposed to actually be working on the left side. I don't know. Having the shield on my left and staying on the right side seems to make sense to me, but again, let me know in the comments if you have different opinions and why. I'm very receptive to feedback. Okay. Looks like he's gonna be dead. Yep.
The heretics sided with one and took the others out.
I don't need anything. I'm at 411 of, I think, 420 on health. Okay, I'm gonna try and dodge. Oh yeah, see, it knocked them all down. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm getting shot up. They're not gonna help me, are they? Oh, see, you saw my talent kick in there where it knocked everybody away and gave me toughness replenishment. That was really helpful considering I was in such a bad position.
Sniper is gone, comrades!
I advise against direct contact with the water.
Hit them in the head! Crack like Croc's egg! Just stand well back when you do it, yeah?
Okay, I think Medicaid was over here. They might have used it all.
Healer's terminal! I saw that! You didn't need the healing, so why use it?
Let's go ahead and just get their attention. Save the little ones. I can't quite say it right. Save the little ones. Nope, I'll have to practice that. 50% recharged already on my ability.
That's the Emperor! It is silent!
You now! Bring that mutate down!
Oh yeah, nice psyker.
This is Hadron, initiating search routines. This is the primary search location. Deploy your auspices and remain alert for data points.
Trying to catch up with my team. It's slow going. And look at that reach by the Ogryn. I thought I was gonna whiff there. Feels like he hits stuff that's like still a little ways away from the shield. More incoming. I await your compliance.
Cipher ident acquired. Proceed to elevator.
Call the elevator, but watch your back. Trust me.
With the sniper!
Oh, I think I got that up just in time. What the heck's shooting at me?
They're in cover!
Where are we supposed to be going? Wait for the elevator. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Cheers for that lot. Continue with the mission.
It's gratifying to see a daughter of Tertium rise so far as to become an explicator.
My past is my own concern, Operative. Don't mistake us for friends.
Sentiments I understand. Ready yourselves! A hound!
Oh, they seem to be a little bit catty with each other. Come on. Two shots to kill that big guy. Dude was on fire. That was a nightmare to see coming at me. Now that stagger, guys, it only works on, I think it's, well, I know for sure it's human size, and I think it's unarmored. So it's the little zombie guys that run around. Maybe guys like this.
They have us at a disadvantage!
Gather your team and I'll clear you for access.
We are so very good.
Anyone know of the Cicatrix Maledictum? I heard whisper of it at the Enforcer's Bastion.
Trouble. That's what it is. Don't concern yourself with the details.
Does not matter. Show me what to
Medicaid.
hit. I'll hit them.
Medicaid station!
You'll need that cipher ident. You'll have to disable those security stacks.
Oh, yeah. Trapper's dead. Barrel's gonna blow!
I do not have any add-ons loaded up.
At this site.
I want to get scorecard loaded, but I want to do it in a way like maybe I need to save a copy of the original file structure somewhere so that if something messes up I can just easily revert. I don't really quite know how to do it with Vortex. That's the other route that I can go, through a mod manager, but I'd have to look up a video. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to toughness throughout this, but it seems to me, and I'm playing the game, so it's not like I can look all the time, but it seems to me like I'm very rarely below 3/4 full. Usually I'm actually very close to just totally full. Oh, here, let's... Somebody else should do that. I should protect. I could do it if nobody else will, but I'm probably better at keeping them clear.
Data flow resuming.
Okay.
No interruptions. Omnissiah be praised.
Uh-oh.
No biscuit.
Okay, good for us. So I'm pretty low right now on toughness. And I'm already maxed out from hitting stuff. Oh, that's not the zealot. So I actually ate through my toughness going through the fire there.
Watch where you're groggy walking. Faster!
Okay, what are we supposed to be doing? Interrogate security stacks. One of my teammates is asking what the objective is. Oh, we got down people. Okay. See, new player, man. I should have been responding to that ASAP. That was my bad. I'm an Ogryn. That's one of my primary duties. I'm the only class that can continue to res while getting beat on.
All praise the Omnissiah. Uplink is restored. Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Look how fast the stamina built back up. I don't really know what caused my stamina to jump up that fast. I don't know if I have talents or the way that I've built some of my gear. Are you, you need to be rescued. Can I reach you? Yeah.
Reconnect. Retry. Resume. Data link back online. You are not a complete failure.
Thought I saw a gun over here. Yep.
I suppose.
A muzzle. Anybody else? Okay. How did I get rid of the poison? Or I don't know what to call it. My bar had a little sliver of purple on it. And I don't know what I did to neutralize that.
All systems green. Update restored.
good.
Protocol engaged! Offensive protocol supplied!
Uh-oh. Oh, it did not wipe out all of my toughness. I'm not used to seeing that. Normally that takes all the toughness.
No more danger.
Okay. Almost done. Yeah, see that little sliver of purple there? That went away somehow. Maybe it was the meta pack on the ground, but I thought that could only fill up your white bar. And that whatever was purple was just permanently gone from you until you hit a med station.
For the Emperor!
GG. $1,300 kills. It said I had a death. I don't remember having a death. Maybe getting blown off the railings and having to hang on for dear life counts as a death. Probably. That's the only thing I can think of. Getting some pretty decent rewards there. I don't know if they maybe bumped those numbers up for the new patch. A lot of times that entices new players to stay, and people always come back for new patches. But there you go. You know, that was my Ogryn talent tree that I showed you in the first half of this video in action. And I showed you one clear-cut instance where I dodged to the side. I think I dodged left, and it knocked down all those little zombie guys. So that is now innate to your Ogryn. You don't need a talent for it. He just does that naturally. So we'll go ahead and call it good right here. There's my guy. Alright, again, I'm Aesop Grim. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, guys, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode, wherever that is, and whatever game it is that you guys drop by. I'll see you then.